Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kwadash, giving double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and much peace and blessings and salutations to the elect, scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom. This is Luke, the 14th chapter, and the 28th verse. For which of you intended to build a tower sitteth not down first, and count the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it. Verse 31, jumping down. Or what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000. All right. So the reason why I'm bringing out these verses is because, you know, of course, everybody knows that. If you don't know, Watchmen for Israel camp was out there scuffling with the Palestinians. And you had Chief Ephraim from the House of Israel camp go and make an announcement and speak about going out there to Chicago with round 2. Now, just going to, you know, everybody in these times, they calling themselves warriors and chiefs and kings and whatever, you know, commanders and generals. But the scriptures, there are guide. And in certain situations, we have to resort back to what the Bible say. All right. Before you're basically calling for the men of Israel to go to war. Whether you believe that or not, whether you think that it's just some type of clout chasing or whatever you think is about to happen, men could actually die out there. It can, a real brawl can get out of control. Somebody could get hurt. Somebody could get stabbed. Somebody could die. One of them crazy ass Palestinians can have something strapped to their chest. All right, this is not a game. This is not a joke, man. See, this internet shit, man, has gotten to people's head. I honestly, you know, I don't like the internet. I love it for the information, but I was around before this internet shit came. This YouTube, and I was living before that, and I know how life was. This shit has changed people's mind. This internet shit changed everything. The relationship between men and women, and the relationship between everything. A lot of shit changed when the internet came. So this YouTube and this internet, this shit about to go away soon. I just had to say that, man, because people get on click the record button. And they just lose their damn mind and thinking just because you record a video on YouTube, you don't think that you're actually calling the men of Israel to war. Let's see what David said. 1 Samuel 23:1. Then they told David, saying, behold, the Philistines fight against Keilah, and they rob the threshing floors. Therefore David inquired of the Lord, saying, shall I go and smite these Philistines? None of you guys consulted with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai on this matter. Who consulted with the Lord on this matter? Or everybody just moving in emotion? And the Lord said unto David, go and smite the Philistines and save Keilah. All right, none of you guys, have you forgotten? The battle was not yours, it's the Lord's. Anytime the men of Israel went to war, they had to consult first, man. They had to check in. Because the Most High said he decides who wins the battle. So if you guys go out there and get into a tussle, the Lord can very well deliver you over to those Palestinians' hands. See, you men have forgotten, man. And this is pride. It's pride to think you can go out there and think you can do something on your own accord. That is pride. You better read the scriptures. You better read these scriptures. That's why I'm reading them. Before you go out there and something happen, you better check in. That's why everybody want to bring up accounts with King David checked in. Yeah, the mighty man. Yeah, the man who went out there and killed thousands and thousands and thousands of people. He checked in. You better check in, niggas. And stop fucking playing games. Since everybody want to use King David, the mighty man, the mighty man, the mighty man. 1 Samuel 30:8. And David inquired at Yahweh, saying, shall I pursue after this troop, and shall I overtake them? And he answered him, pursue, for thou shalt surely overtake them, and without fail recover all. Okay, remember when King David, his family, his wives, his children, and the mighty men's wives and children got taken. Remember that? He still inquired of the Lord, should he go and get them? Now, if one of us, wives or children, was captured, what would you do? Would you inquire first, or would you go out of emotion and do it? You got to remember, before you make a silly decision, you got to check in. Before you go and you try and harm and try and put hurt to somebody, before you go and make a silly decision, you got to check in. You got to pray. You got to get counsel. You got to ask the men of the Lord. This is not a game. All right, so it's, you know, even after his children, his wives, their men and their wives, the men and the mighty men and the children and the wives, he got kidnapped. He still asked the Lord, can he go and get them? Think about that, man. Think how much respect and reverence that David had for the Most High, for asking him that. Because there was a certain way you had to move, man, when you go to war. And a lot of you guys, you ain't moving right, man. 2 Samuel 5:17. But when the Philistines heard that they had anointed David king over Israel, all the Philistines came up to seek David, and David heard of it and went down to the hold. The Philistines also came and spread themselves in the valley of Rephaim. And David inquired of the Lord, saying, shall I go up to the Philistines? Wilt thou deliver them into mine hand? David understood. He knew it's not your battle. The Most High decides who wins and who loses. This was a man skilled at war. Can kill. But he still asked. He still had to check in. All right? So this is just something to think about. All right? Is David a coward? Because David checked in. What say ye? Shalom.